What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and we finally got our first look at the superstars in the last DLC pack for WWE 2K24, which means we are almost on the road to WWE 2K25. But we're not there yet, and 2K has given us some pretty quality DLC throughout most of this year. But with us being so late in this cycle, have they taken their foot off the gas, or did they decide to get in here and cook it up one last time? It's time for us to find out right now. But first, don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on any of your favorite wrestling games. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
All right, so I believe this trailer debuted on SmackDown, which means we can't just jump in here and straight up play the footage, because WWE will most definitely clip this video immediately. But we should be okay if we jump in here and slide through it so we can take a look at the quality on these models and see what 2K is bringing us this time. They've been cooking so far, and this is the last pack. So do we go out with the bang? Sorry about that. It was too perfect. I had to do it. Let's jump in and take a look at these models. Now, I don't even want to press play, because that's how scary this can get. So here we start off with DDP, and I think we went with the perfect version, especially because this is specifically the WCW pack. Now, we might get the WWE version as well. I wasn't a big fan of them with the short haircut. Too close to a baldy for me. I like my wrestlers with long hair, and this DDP was iconic. I always tell y'all, I didn't grow up a WCW guy, so this pack doesn't really speak to me like it does a lot of people, but I can appreciate a great WCW wrestler, and DDP was one of them, along with Disco Inferno. So why isn't he in this pack? Let's see what else we got here. That's a great DDP model, though. I want to see it in 4K. It looks like old man DDP face on the wrestler body, which, you know, I really don't like all the time, but sometimes it's not terrible. And his face looks similar to what it did back then, so I don't think it's like a deal breaker for DDP at all. And then we have Lex Luthor. Now, I remember him when he was in WWE, WWF, but this one, again, I'm not familiar with at all. Did he join the Wolfpack? Was he in NWO? No idea, but I think they did good with his model because he doesn't have that old man face. He actually looks like he looked back then, and the man is and was jacked. Look at those arms. Oh my goodness. Fully encapsulates what Lex Luthor was back in the day. Lex Luthor, not Lex Luthor, that's the Superman villain. All right, now a lot of y'all got upset and mad and all this and that because Great Muta is who I don't care about. I grew up a WWF guy, so I'm unfamiliar with him. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't know who the guy is, but I mean, looks cool. I thought it was Sting at first when he took the thing off. I was like, wait a minute, a Sting in a WCW pack? But I guess they kind of wore similar face paint. Maybe he was in the Wolf Pack. Wasn't that the red team with Conan and all of them? And then we got Mr. Perfect. Now, I think about Mr. Perfect as a WWF guy still. I didn't even know he made his way to WCW. Great wrestler, spits the gum, slaps it out of his face. Classic. And for him to have passed away, I think his model looks amazing as well. This shows they can do it. I mean, you don't need the face scan technology. I'm sure it makes it a lot easier, but guys who like DDP, obviously he's still alive, so you have the face technology where you can scan his face and just try to make it look younger, but those don't always have the best results. Look at how the Undertaker looks from the Ministry of Darkness in these games. It's old man Undertaker face and slap it right on the young Ministry of Darkness Undertaker body. And I don't like it, because he was quite a handsome young man back then, so why are we putting his old decrepit face on the young Undertaker's body? Come on, man, we gotta do better. But let's see what other models we got, or if we get a better look at Mr. Perfect. All right, so we got Diamond Dallas Page. Boom, sit out powerbomb. Love it. Great Muta. Oh, he's the guy who did the spit thing? Is that where Tajiri got it from? Like, is he the originator? Y'all got to put me up on some Great Muta lore because I don't know. All right, so here we see Mr. Perfect. Oh, man. Can I up the quality on this? 720, only 720. This guy put his watermark on the video and didn't even up the quality. Come on, man. Do something if you're going to put your watermark on it. Oh, I love the Mr. Perfect's moveset too. Look at that. That looks like a cool created wrestler finisher right there. Blast right through him. Got the Northern Lights suplex. Ooh, check out Lex Luthor, man. Lex Luger. You might as well call him Lex Luthor because the guy's like an experiment here. Jacked to the gills. Sad to see where he is today, but, you know, big shouts out to Lex Luger. He had a good run. Some people would say he had a good run at least. I used to love his finisher, though. This is one of the best. Nah, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen, but I love the torture rack. And you know what? I know Razor Ramon's not new, but I mean, he looks great here as well. Now here we see they actually added this new WCW arena, and this captures the feel of WCW perfectly. And this is actually why I didn't like WCW, because when you watched it, it was like darker and the colors weren't as vibrant as they were in WWF. Like in WWF, you had the red ropes and you had the arenas that were lit nicely. And WCW just looked dark and grungy, and I didn't like the feel of it. So this is actually a great representation of what WCW was. And having the War Games match here is just really the icing on the cake. But whatever happened to that match in WCW? I was jealous that they had this. There was like 3 cages stacked on top of each other. It was like a spectacle, like something you think Vince McMahon would have thought of, but up until this day, WWE has never used it. Now, AEW likes to bring back some of these old match types, and I think that could be their thing. Stack the 3 cages up. Who cares if WWE owns WCW? You can take that match and make it yours, because WWE still never did it. Tony Khan, let's get cooking and booking. Or booking and cooking, should I say. And the WCW Fall Brawl War Games arena. I mean, this arena is perfect for a WCW pack. You want to capture that cheap looking feel of a WCW show? This is how you do it. And I know WCW had a big budget, but it takes the mind to put on that presentation that Vince McMahon did back in the day. Now, DDP here, I noticed, and I don't know if he is a small guy, but he looks kind of small. In fact, no, DDP is pretty tall. Is that just because he's standing next to Lex Luger? How tall is DDP? How tall is Diamond Dallas Page? Wow, he's not coming up. There we go. So he is 6'5". Why does he look so small right here? Oh, now that's a jacked man right there. Like the Incredible Hulk. Why didn't he ever get a spot in one of those Incredible Hulk movies? So this pack will include over 55 new moves and taunts. That's actually impressive. We are at the end of 2K24's life cycle, and they're adding 55 moves to the game. Now, I'm sure these moves will jump over to 2K25. Hopefully they do, because honestly, I'm not going to be experiencing these too much because I'm 2K24 burnt out, and I'm ready to get on the road to 2K25. But for them to add these so late in the game's life cycle, I mean, it shows they care at least, right? Because they didn't have to. They could save these things, you know, but hey, 55 is quite a bit. It shows they did go all out for these characters in this pack. Now, there we go with Mr. Perfect, who again has passed away, so they could not do face scans on him. But his model looks perfect to the way it was when he was back in the day wrestling. They can do it. You don't have to do the face scans for everybody. I think for characters who are younger, and I always go back to Ministry of Darkness Undertaker because that's my favorite wrestler and that's my favorite version of the Undertaker. I just want to see him look like he did back then because it was great, man. I remember he was out and he came back acting all spooky and crazy. One of the best times in wrestling. I mean, the man hung Big Boss Man from a cage. Come on. And is that all of the footage they give us? It looks like that is all of the footage they give us. But we also get Season 5, the rank play 99 Galaxy Opal Cody Rhodes. Is this something you have to earn? It doesn't come with the pack, right? Rank play rewards, that means you have to play rank matches. I can't believe they would even want people to do that with how cooked the online system is. Oh, They're about to show us that diamond cutter. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Like, you can see he's running up. Kevin Nash picks him up so he can get a nice jump. Boom, cuts him down to the mat. Now, after that, I need y'all to tell me, what's better, the diamond cutter or the RKO? I mean, the diamond cutter's cool, but the setup there, like he grabs him and sets it up before he does the drop, where that RKO just happens in a flash. Jumps up, boom! I think I'm going RKO, man, but the Stone Cold Stunner over all of them. Kevin Owens Stunner down. All right, so let's see. So we will be getting some My Faction cards as well. Galaxy Opal 99, free agent Liv Morgan. I think that's one of those cards that disappeared too. Singlet Supreme pack. I always post some wrestlers that suck. But I mean, hey, once it drops, we paid for it, so I'm going to do another video. That's this Wednesday, actually. I think this comes out on the 13th, this Tuesday. Yeah, I think this pack actually drops on Tuesday. I must have missed the date. But when it drops, I mean, we'll do another video, open up those packs. I haven't been in My Faction for a while, so we'll jump in there and check them out. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Let me know what y'all think about this reveal in the comment section. Don't forget to drop a like and smash that subscribe button, y'all. 2K25 season is coming up, so we will have a lot more wrestling content moving forward. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.